Well, Muslims around the world are marking the Holy Month of Ramadan. In normal times, that would involve full days of fasting, communal prayer, big evening dinners with family and friends. But lockdowns have closed mosques, and imams are telling followers to stay home and avoid the risk of spreading coronavirus. It's a sentiment echoed by Canada's Chief Public Health Officer, who urged people to continue practicing physical distancing during Ramadan. But physical distancing doesn't have to mean eliminating all social contact. Like other religious groups, many Muslims are taking their gatherings online. Later today, members of the Canadian branch of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'at will hold a virtual dinner to break the fast. And Imam Imtiaz Ahmed is one of the imams taking place, and he's kindly agreed to join us in Toronto. Imam, thanks for your time. We want to talk about today's event, but first let's talk about the festivities that would normally take place at this time of year and how it's being impacted by COVID-19.
First of all, John, thank you for having me on the show. Yes, this Ramadan is going to be really, really different. We are already seeing it, how it's going to be different. You know, Islam is a religion which is a social religion, which emphasize a lot on community and getting together, and mosques will be empty. There will be no festivity after when we break fast. So it's going to be challenging and different Ramadan. As you mentioned, we continue to ask our members of our congregation to continue to practice social and physical distancing. It's not just our social responsibility, it is also our religious responsibility. And that's what we are telling. And there is a particular verse of the Holy Quran that talks about this, that obey God, obey the messenger, and obey those in authority. In this case, the government and health authorities are asking us to practice social distance, and that's what we're telling the members of our community as well.
So how do you then fulfill that desire to share in the community with the breaking of the fast in this physical distancing reality?
Yes, you know, it's a blessing to have technology, and just like other religious community, we are also using technology for Ramadan as well. For example, ever since the lockdown, the emergency, the mosques were closed, the worldwide Hadi of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community, His Holiness Caliph of Islam, Mirza Masroor Ahmed, guided us to continue to take classes over online and through different social media and online portfolios to take these classes. So, and he himself addresses us on every Friday, virtually speaking to us, meeting with us, and guiding us through this crisis.
We've been showing pictures of Mecca, and what is normally a very crowded scenario is only a handful of people. Can you talk about how social and physical distancing is affecting celebrations right around the world?
Absolutely. You know, it's a painful scene to be seen, to be witnessed. I've been there myself as well a couple of years back, and to see that place of worship empty or very few people, you know, worship never stops there. To see that, it's a bit painful, but the Holy Quran gives the message of hope. The month of Ramadan brings a message of hope, and it also says the month of Ramadan is also month of mercy, and it's also a month of practice, you know, acceptance of prayers. And we as Muslims who believe in the Messiah Mirza Ghulam Ahmed, and all Muslims throughout the world will be praying earnestly for this pandemic to be over soon.
So let's talk about the actual logistics of the virtual gathering you are planning. How is that going to work?
Yeah, as you know, in the light of COVID-19 pandemic, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'at, more Muslims who believe in the Messiah Mirza Ghulam Ahmed, have launched this nationwide campaign called Virtual Ramadan. And the easy way to put this all together is you go on to virtualramadan.ca and sign up for this. And what we will do is we'll send you an email with a link on Zoom where you can join us, join the conversation, be part of the celebration, and ask questions. So this is a campaign aimed towards bringing all Canadians together. You know, Ramadan, yes, it's fasting is prescribed in Islam, but it's not the only religion where fasting is prescribed. There are different religions that practice fasting. So we're just giving Canadian an opportunity to learn how Muslim fast and share our experiences and how we will be fasting during this month, and you know, in the age of practicing social and physical distancing.
I have time, I think, for just one more quick question. Every religion offers its followers hope. You've mentioned hope coming from the Quran. What would your message be to Muslims at this time about the future?
It is, first of all, to pray to God Almighty for this pandemic to be over soon. And the other emphasis that the Holy Quran makes is fulfilling the rights of our fellow human beings. So if you're healthy, if you can donate, if you can give charity, if you can help people out while practicing social distancing, please help out your neighbors or community members. It'll go a long way. And through this, you know, by doing these works together, we will be able to get through this.
Imam Imtiaz, I want to thank you so much for your time, and enjoy the fellowship and the food later today.
Thank you so much, John.
Imam Imtiaz Ahmed is an imam with the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'at in Toronto.